But before that point is reached, I will judge the nations, and the time is near. It will not only be by war and civil war, by anarchy and terrorism, by monetary collapses, by shortages and famines, by old and new plagues and diseases, but I will judge them also by giving them over to their own ways, to lawlessness, lovelessness, selfishness, so forth. Do not fear these things when they begin to happen, for I will disclose them to you before they commence, in order that you might be prepared, and that in the day of trouble and evil you may stand firm and overcome. And so on. Now, hear this, he says, do not fear the power of the criminal, nor the power of the Islamic revolution, for I plan to break both of them through Israel. I will bring down their pride and their arrogance and shatter them, because they have blasphemed my name. In that day I will avenge the blood of all the martyrs and of the innocent ones whom they have slaughtered. I will surely do this thing, for they have thought that there was no one to judge them. But I have seen their ways, and I have heard their cries, and been oppressed and were persecuted. I will break their power and make an end of them. Oh. Then it will come to pass that you will be given the last great opportunity to preach the gospel freely to all the nations.
That's right, because while you were reading it, the further interpretation was coming to me, and it's this whole terrorism act in the world is to keep people from traveling and from going from nation to nation. And you remember that Matthew and Mark, when given the Great Commission, one said, go into all the world, preach the gospel to every creature. The other one said, teach all nations. Now, if the devil, through acts of terrorism or anything else, can keep us from travel from nation to nation, he stops the spread of the gospel. And what he was saying to me is, do not be afraid of these acts of terrorism to keep you from traveling. Do not be afraid of crossing national borders, because this gospel must be preached in all nations as a witness, and then